everybody, this is Shanda. I just got back from a really fun trip to Boise. I had some medical procedures done, and but nothing bad or scary. And I had a really good time with my grandbaby, and I got to knit with some friends and spend time with family. But I did get to do a little tiny bit of shopping. Living along the Continental Divide in my tiny town, there's not a whole lot of shopping opportunities, and it's always fun when I can get out, even if it is to Boise. But I will show you really quickly what I got. The first thing I got, I treated myself to this magazine. It's one of my very favorite. It's called Where Women Create, and there's some sun coming in my studio today. But this is the new issue, and I love it because there's really good studio ideas. I don't buy it all the time, and I don't subscribe to it, but I do like it. It's full of inspiration. I'm an introvert, so I spend a lot of time in my quilting studio, which is right here behind me, and this is a really good read. I got a couple of frames, 12 by 12. I got two 12 by 12s for a project I'm working on. And I got two 8 by 8s that I'm working on. Something for maybe Christmas. And then I got a lot of jewelry things this time. I don't make a lot of jewelry. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, but I recently discovered on YouTube how to make knitting progress keepers or stitch markers. So I got some knitting jewelry makings. All of these things came from Craft Warehouse in Meridian. That's my second favorite store. My first is, of course, Quilt Crossing, where I used to work, very part-time, like 1 or 2 days a month. I used to teach there, and I miss that store. It's so tempting to move back to Boise just so I could work there and support my habit. I taught. I worked there in the long arm department. My long arm is here now with me, but that's my favorite store, and I'll have a haul. I did get some things there, but I'll show a haul from there maybe in a day or two. But this all came from Craft Warehouse. Anyway, some stuff to make some knitting jewelry, we'll call it. This really cute 6x6 pad called Cabin Fever. See if I can get it to you without. It's just some paper for Christmas cards or some tags or something. I don't know. And as most of you know, my first love is quilting. And I got 2 charm packs. They look like they're made up. They're not, I don't know. They're called Plaid for the Holidays. And they're, see if I can do this without sunshine in my face. They're just some really, I love the moose and the caribou and the reindeer on this one. There's also it in black. Just some, I got 2 of them. Don't know what I'll do with them, but you know, quilter always has to have her stash, right? I got a flannel pack of outdoorsy Christmas fat quarters. We all know that quilters love fat quarters. And then I will show you the matching of those fat quarters. I got 2. I thought I had 2 coordinating prints. I do. This one, I got a yard of this one. It's flannel. All these cute little signs. And I love the glampers, more like campers. I'm not a glamping person. I love to camp. I love to hike. I love to be outdoors on my four-wheeler. But they're flannel. They're nice. And then I've been obsessed with making some knitting project bags that have like taken over the Etsy world. And I got a couple fat quarters that I thought went together. One's sheep and the other is some yarn. I thought they would coordinate really cute together. And then maybe this yarn and this, I don't know what this little fuzzy is on here, but this yarn and this black gingham check maybe. Sorry for that light. The sun is beautiful today and it's coming right through my window, which is a full door length window, and I'm getting the benefit of it. A few more fabric items, and then I'm not too much into, it's called, yeah, Sweetwater. I love them as designers, but this line, this jelly roll, is called Authentic. And this is a little modern for me. As you can see behind me here, I'm more of a very traditional, a Civil War quilter, but this line has really struck me, and I want to make some bags out of that line of fabric. It's beautiful. Here's a piece of the big. It's got like newsprint. I love this fabric. It's just fresh and simple. It says new, fresh, simple, pure, natural, and simple. Renew, fresh, timeless. And then there's like dictionary print on here. Fresh, adjective, newly made or obtained, fresh footprints, recently arrived, just come. But anyway, I thought that would make a cute knitting bag. A little pearl, black and white pearl. And then I fell in love. This is a different line, but it's bees. Kind of a fresh, summery bees and honey and hives. I thought that was pretty. And then this is kind of like a canvasy bottom. I thought that kind of might look good with that. I don't know. You just add to the stash. And then the rest, two more pieces of fabric, and then the rest is really simple. This line was also from that Sweetwater, I want to say. Let me find the... Oh no, it's not. The Henley Studio. Heartwood Cow Parsley. Let me refold the fabric. Darling fabric. It's very botanical. Like I said, I'm more of a Civil War reproduction, but I thought this would make a beautiful knitting bag. Both of those together. I don't know. I might toy around with Etsy. I don't know. It's just not my thing, but who knows? Okay, the last is, one more, I promise. This was darling. One of my favorite designers, my very favorite designer is Joe Morton, hands down. But then I have met a lot of designers at Quilt, what do you call it? Quilt Market, that I've met and have collaborated with. But this is Minnick and Simpson, and their new one is called Ann Harbor, and they're two sisters that are just adorable. I've met them. I've had my picture taken with them. They are just a riot. But this line is beautiful, and it's a jelly roll. Don't know if you can see all those beautiful. It's a Moda. I'm a Moda girl. I'm a Moda mom. Maybe they're calling everybody. But I have a lot of Moda here in my she shed. But anyway, knitting is my first love. I love all needle arts. I love knitting, quilting, handwork, cross stitch, rug hooking, wool, embroidery, just if it can be something that I can use to be self-reliant, I learn it. I want to be all over it. And here in a minute I'll go a little bit further into that. But when I was working in Boise at the Quilt Crossing, I'm mainly, I have a background in accounting, a degree in accountancy, but I love quilting. And when I was working my 2 days a month at the Quilt Crossing, I taught a couple Civil War living history classes around Gettysburg, the Battle of Antietam, the Battle of Bull Run, just kind of fun different things. So that's my quilting world. But I recently really got into the knitting. I'm really wanting to learn to knit 2 socks on the magic loop all at the same time, so you don't get one sockitis. But anyway, I got Cascade Yarns, Heritage Prints, 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. That is just beautiful. I should have caked this up before I showed you all, but oh well. Then I got 2 skeins of the Cascade 220 Heather. Uh-oh, this one's coming undone. But it's just a really pretty blue. I think I'll make a scarf for me out of this. It's really pretty. And then the last couple of skeins, I got, this is just a cheap one for a slouchy for my son who likes the blue. It's just a Heartland 100% acrylic, like a heather color. I got 2 skeins of this gorgeous Cascade 220 heather, gorgeous gray. I just love this gray. It's gonna make a beautiful, maybe a shawl. Thinking about that Marla shawl. I can't remember who designed it, but beautiful yarn. And then the last 2 I've saved for a reason. Again, Cascade. Craft Warehouse really carries the Cascade yarns, and I do have some Madeline Tosh ordered and Malabrio. But this is, again, Cascade Yarns. It's 220 superwash wool. And they were having kind of like a pre-holiday Christmas open house thing. But the color, this purple is just, I think that purple, even in, you can kind of see it in the sunlight. Oh, even with this jacket, oh, I'm going to love it. I'm not too much of a purple person, especially in quilts, but this, I think, was just gorgeous. Anyway, I spent my lot. I took 3 quilts down, brought 2 back from customers to quilt, and I spent my allotment. It's a habit. But I had a good time. I had a really good time. Did some errands with my mom, and I did a couple other stops, but I'll save those maybe for tomorrow. Quilt Crossing, a tiny one at Hobby Lobby, but my main 2 ones are that I want to do a haul video on was the Quilt Crossing and Barnes & Noble. A lot of good books I got, but I'm a reader. Like I said, I'm an introvert. So anyway, I thank you for watching. And here along the Continental Divide today, it's probably a high of 50. Not very warm. Tonight's supposed to be 19. Cold, pretty cold outside, but the sun is coming through my studio windows and it is just beautiful. Let me see if I can show you here a little bit. You can see the sun coming in that beautiful window right there. I don't want to. And then this is my studio, where I spend a lot of time. All the way around. That's my dress in the corner and my Bernina. And this is my granddaughter's blessing dress. So anyway, I'm thinking about doing a few tutorials. Anybody wants to, definitely how to put on a binding. In my line of business, I find a lot of people struggle with bindings. And maybe just how to put some colors together. My stash is overflowing, and I have everything organized by color. And I learned a lot at the quilt store I worked at. Patty was the owner there, is an incredible quilter, and I learned a lot from her and how she put things together. But if somebody would like a lesson on color, please let me know. I think it was, is it Angela Walter? Yes, she says if quilting is my therapy, then threads are my meds, and I can definitely relate to that. But threads even going further as far as yarn. I used to think knitting was like a grandma thing, and even though I am a grandma, um, I got the knitting bug, and just I guess you could say I'm a fiber snob. You know, quality tools, quality materials, quality time. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And it's a good thing. So goodbye for right now from along the Continental Divide.